Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I thank the participants who have joined this activity. Introducing my name, Putri Rhegita Cahyani. Here I am the host. And here is the moderator, Desy Aprilia Dewi, will the presenter, Dinar Puspitaning Tyas. This time, we will discuss about effective learning during the pandemic. So, before the presentation begins, allow us to introduce the moderator. This is Desy Aprilia Dewi. She is student from Vocational High School 1 POGALAN. She was born in Surabaya, 21 April 2004. Her hobby is cooking and cycling, and the dream of her is to become a teacher. First, I will convey some rules in this activity. The first is that the participants are expected to turn off the microphone. The second, it is hoped that the participant will not argue when the presenter delivers the material. Third, if anyone has a question, you can click raise hand or type in the chat column. Finally, I will share the presentation before the events end. Please next, I give the time and place to moderator.
Thanks to the host. Today, I'm Desy Aprilia Dewi as moderator. As previously stated, today Dinar Puspitaning Tyas will deliver material about effective learning during the pandemic. Previously, let's get to know more about Dinar Puspita. Name Dinar Puspitaning Tyas, place of birth Trenggalek, date of birth August 12 and 2004. Her hobby is writing and reading. Her future goals is accountant and writer. To get to know more, please check her Instagram in @hellodin__ or can contact her email in hellodin4@gmail.com. To shorten the time, let's just look at the material from Dinar Puspita. The time and place we invite Dinar Puspita.
Okay, thank you for the time. So firstly, I want to share my screen. Can you see my presentation?
Yes. And then make into slideshow.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm going to the present now. Here we are going to talk about how to apply the effective learning during pandemic. First, let me introduce myself. Hello, my name is Dinar Puspitaning Tyas from Vocational High School POGALAN Trenggalek. You can always contact me. I will be happy to talk. If you want me to know more, please check my Instagram in hellodin__. We will discuss about effective learning during the pandemic. So we are really need to know what is the learning. In fact, learning has many definitions, but in this time, we will only discuss some of the definition of learning according to Kinsky and Barner's opinion. According to Kinsky opinion, learning is process by which behavior in the person is originated or reached through practice or training. According to Barner's opinion, learning involves three processes, namely, the first, obtaining the information, second, information of information, and the last, test in the relevance and accuracy of knowledge. So it can be concluded that learning is an activity to obtain a change in behavior by obtaining new information through experience. And then, what is effective learning? Effective learning is an orderly, structured, sustainable, and productive way of learning to produce intelligence, knowledge, skill to form a good and responsible mental. So, have we done an effective learning process? Okay, so next. Effective learning or efficient learning. In fact, there's also a good learning process for students to apply the effective learning in academic fact that is have difference. So there's the definition. Effective learning is a way of learning that but in terms of method, use of space or use of time. Meanwhile, efficient learning is a way of learning that minimize effort but gets maximum result. And then, what are the purpose of effective learning? Of course, effective learning will provide many benefits for its users. For example, effective learning aims to achieve satisfactory learning outcomes to avoid learning that is incomplete, not serious, and unsustainable either during e-learning or not. So for the last, how to apply the effective learning during a pandemic? There are several ways that can be done for an effective learning process during a pandemic. In this moment, we will discuss 6 ways to assist in implementing effective learning. The first is get used to studying in a short time but routine. In general, there are not many activities that we do at home, but we must try to keep our routine as usual. After teaching and learning hours are over, make it a habit. Make it a habit to do assessments and review listen for evaluation. Just do it in a short time, like a normal study time, but do it regularly in every day. The second way is always try to be disciplined when we managing our time. Start each day by getting up in the morning and taking a shower before your your class begins. However, studying in the bedroom will lead to desire to go back to bed. So try to move to another room to stay focused and not be tempted to go back to sleep. When we do online learning, it will make our attention divided. If this happens, balance it by doing other activities or hobbies. So our energy in the body is channeled. With sleeping hours should also be back to normal. And then the third way is always try to focus while studying. If your body condition is not effective for studying, take a break. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. Don't forget to drink lots of water to make it easier to focus while studying. Make sure there are no distractions around you. Save your smartphone, game, or novels while studying. Return your focus first so that the subject matter can be discussed properly. So, focus is important to do, but we shouldn't force ourselves to continue learning. For example, when our body is not a healthy condition. The next way is take a break time when you feel tired. For some people, studying online for a long time can actually make the body tired faster. This is normal, especially in viewers who look at the screen for too long time. So don't push yourself when you're tired. Take a rest when you're tired. When we can continue, then we can continue the study when we feel we are in better condition. The next way is rewrite your lesson material. Rewriting the object matter makes it easier for someone to remember the information stored indirectly when the material is rewritten on paper. Simply, the paper notes and write down the points you learned during a day. This helps you remember in a better and faster way. And then the last way is get enough to sleep and avoid to staying up too much. Activities at home to make some people more relaxed. Maybe a lot of people sleep later. However, staying up late too often can disrupt the body's metabolism. It's best to reduce staying up late so that body function remain optimal and the learning process remain uncomfortable even at home. So that was the description of material that I can convert that about how apply the effective learning during pandemic. I hope this material can be useful for all of us. Thank you for their time and attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And then time next, I return this question to moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dinar. Any question? Who want to ask? Click raise hand or write in the comment column. This is a question from Miss Sulis. What's your obstacle in learning during the pandemic, and how do you solve it? Kurang jelas pertanyaan Dinar? Oh, bisa Indonesia.
Can you repeat again for me?
What's your obstacle in learning during the pandemic, and how do you solve it?
I think that was time. Assessment to too much or not in their time to teaching. So I think that is very menjadi sebuah kesulitan untuk kami.
Okay. And I have a question for you, Dinar. How do you learn that effectively?
Okay. We can do the 6 ways. For the example, studying in a short time but routine. The second way is always try to be disciplined when we managing our time. The third way is focus while studying and then take a break time and then rewrite our lesson material. And the last way is get enough to sleep.
Okay. Maybe any question from Dewi Suliana or other participant? Dewi? Or Miss Sulis? Any question again? I think I know. So, the conclusion of the material present by Dinar Puspitaning Tyas is that the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic is that students must study at home and it must be done effectively. Now, the way to apply effective learning method is by way of, first, get used to studying in a short time but routine. Second, Always try to be disciplined when managing time. Third, focus while studying. Fourth, take a break time when you feel tired. Five, reread your learning materials. Six, get enough to sleep and avoid to staying up too much. Thank you to the presenter who presented the material, and thanks also to the participant for asking questions. Then I leave it back to the host.
Thank you to the presenter who has provided material that is very useful for all of us. Thank you also for the moderator who have helped our event this time. Please those who have not filled in attendance to immediately fill in. Thank you for the day. Hopefully today's activities can be useful for all of us. Greeting success for all of us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.